Hello. I'm not gonna hurt you.
This how you thought things would turn out for you?
Can you help me find this place?
I know where you can find this.
Appreciate your help. Going someplace?
Sentinel patrols are getting close. We need to relocate.
You must have hurt him pretty bad to have them come after you. What's an outfit like that doing on a row anyway?
There was that bombing on Skeltec.
I've heard of it. I haven't heard too many details. What do you know?
I'm sorry, Nomad. I'm very busy. Excuse me.
Taigoro's hiding something. Let's need to find out what.
You think we're gonna be okay?
I'm taking some cover! Hey, get some! Got it! Hit him! Hit him!
Talk to me.
I've already told you everything I know. I don't know anymore!
Grabbing skull like that, not to be played with.
Won this round, but I bet money the wolves come back hard. Fight for pride now.
Sucks. What happened to keep looking?
You know you're a really negative person. How about a little optimism? We're gonna find stuff.
No one's dumb enough to be out here.
Objectives barred. Tech map.
We're not gonna find a damn thing out here.
Look, I have a really big headache. Just, I don't know, keep shit to yourself.
Yep, my lane's clear.
Roger that. Likewise. This is painful.
Hey,
Watching.
is anyone
paint dry.
there? I'll go
New
investigate.
sniper's got a fun game we should try. Basically, we just shoot at stuff.
So far, all I've got is nothing. Shit, a whole lot of nothing out here. Something's out here. I can feel it. Something's out here. I can feel it.
What the?
So far, all I've got is nothing. Shit, a whole lot of nothing out here. You know something? This is a total waste of time.
Roa now and tomorrow. Your number one source for island news. In local news, volcanic activity on Gollum Island has grounded all off-island flights until further notice.
Objectives barred.
Jesus! Shit, man! Oh!
Tech map.
this, Sybil.
I'm not afraid of you anymore. We know the truth. Outcasts are coming for you.
Hello. No need to fear. Any clue how I can find this location?
I can tell you about a location I know of.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm in one piece. I found a workshop. Maybe it was yours. There were some blueprints Paula had drawn.
There isn't time. That Sentinel platoon took some of our supplies. Critical supplies. We won't survive without them. Please, help us get them back and take them to our rally point.
Yeah, fine. But I'm hanging on to these documents.
TAC Lobby.
bad guy. Over there. Gotcha. Going loud. Answer now. Go without me. I'll find you.
That motherfucker. Enough of Madeira's battery power here to blow up the entire island.
Tech map. Tech map.
Is this how you imagined it?
Where the hell is that son of a bitch, Daigoro?
He went to the South Cape whaling station to see his sister. What's wrong?
Don't worry. Daigoro will hear all about it.
Would you have thought back in scale orientation, we'd end up here?
Tech map. Loadout. Objectives barred. Objectives barred. Tech map.
So Project Deus. That sounds ominous. What can you tell me?
Look, I'd really prefer not to talk about it.
I get that you're not a fan, but why all this? A rebellion over a rich guy's pet project. It doesn't track.
What's there to track? Apparently, during their giant asshole convention, the meatheads at Skeltec came up with a way to cheat death. Project Deus is their elitist method of transferring the minds of the richest 0.1% into computers. It's not hard to figure out where that leaves the rest of us. So excuse me if I'm a little pissed off.
Jesus. Surviving death by living on as a machine? Doesn't sound much like surviving to me.
Me either. It's in the name, Brute Squad. Project Deus isn't about cheating the god of death, it's about becoming him. For these people, it means absolute power. That's what the outcasts are fighting against.
I'm sorry, Haruhi. Sigrid was special.
They're all looking at me like I've got some answer. Sigrid should be here, not me. What the hell am I supposed to... God damn it, I'm barely holding it together. So much for my Brute Squad merit badge, huh?
Look, I get it. Sigrid cast a long shadow. But you took this job long before she died. And you took it because you knew she couldn't be the leader the outcast needed. In the end, there's only one thing she had over you. She understood that it wasn't enough to be against something. She needed to share a vision with those people so they could see the light at the end of the tunnel.
God damn it, Brute Squad. You get that from a t-shirt? Thanks. Seriously. I think I needed that. Time to get back to work.
Your people look like they're barely holding it together.
What, you mean these nerd farmers aren't ready for Brute Squad boot camp? It was hard enough turning these pocket-protecting 4-H'ers onto vandalism, but infiltration and sabotage? It's a goddamn miracle that we've survived this long. But we're not fooling ourselves. We know at the end of the day, we're just standing with our fingers in a dike.
Yeah, well, the tide's coming in. Surviving off the grid is one thing, but if you don't start punching above your weight, you're gonna get slaughtered. If you don't think you're alive, get it to the wind.
If not us, then who? There's no going back now.
Dedication. Maybe there's a path to stone.
That or I'll live to regret this. What the hell?
Let me ask you something. Why South Cape Station? Liberty's right next door, and it wouldn't take much for Sentinels to surround you and cut you off from everything.
It's rare that outcast cells stay put more than a few days. Nature of the beast, I guess. With this place, we were just looking for something more permanent where we could stockpile supplies and safeguard assets. The landfill keeps away Sentinel and Skeller tourists from the capital. We're right near to our fields of operation and close enough to Sentinel that we won't show up on radar. As far as security's concerned, the creek does a decent job of keeping us hidden, and looking out at the cabins is a bonus.
How does Sentinel Corp take control of Aurora?
Skell hired them to deal with us initially once he realized that he had some resistance against transhumanism, his own private militia. They started making arrests, so a few of us went to ground and our sympathizers followed, thinking they'd leave us alone once we were outside of the cities.
But they didn't.
Stone got permission to operate outside Liberty and Infinity, and Skell let him set up shop in the Cold War installations to patrol the wild. Once they got there, they did just enough to keep us at bay, while using us as cover to bring in men and vehicles, which he hid from Skell in some underground bunkers, which of course are now called Camp Ferret and Camp Weasel.
Son of a bitch has a sense of humor.
We were watching the whole thing happen. And when they grew strong enough, they took over. They literally came up out of the ground. Skell had no idea what hit him.
If I was looking for a fight, where should I go?
With Sentinel Corp, you that hard up?
Trigger finger needs its exercise.
Well, Sentinel patrols the city centers and industrial complexes pretty heavily, though there's always civilians around, so I'd keep away from those if you can help it. Then there's the settlements they built when they first got here, in the southwest and northeast, where they keep their reserve garrison and store resources.
That sounds like more fun than anybody should be allowed to have.
If you're looking for more of a skirmish, you could check out one of Aurora's many Cold War-era bunkers left courtesy of Uncle Sam. They also set up some transportable structures and took over some Skell architecture. Basically, if you see a green storage container-looking thing, Sentinel's probably nearby. Of course, if you don't feel like looking that hard, they patrol most of the island 24/7, so you could just pick a spot and wait.
How goes the ad campaign?
Can't argue with results. Gotta hand it to Sigrid.
What do you think's gonna finally get the civilians off the sidelines?
At first I was thinking of replaying the speech, but it's long. So we put our heads together and came up with some slogans and catchphrases, a couple pictures and videos that are hard to ignore. The plan's to send them through email and social feeds. One of my favorites is to take a Skell invention and ask the viewer if it'd be cool for some historical villain to have the same invention.
If not, then why let Sentinel Corp have it?
Exactly.
How do the outcasts manage to sustain themselves out here?
Barely. None of us have the skills or equipment to farm or fish. Even if we did, it'd bring us a boatload of attention that we couldn't afford. Once in a while, a civilian will leave some food at a dead drop, but it's risky and never much. Best bet's always to steal from farms and raid Sentinel supplies, but of course they're protected. Then there's still the matter of getting the supplies out to as many cells as possible while avoiding detection.
Nobody thinks about food at first. That's why so many groups who call themselves revolutionaries end up as bandits. Even if you don't think it's possible now, you'll want to be careful you don't drift that way. I was out at Darkwood Island. Looked like Skell built a city and abandoned it. Unless he's planning to turn a row into a movie backlot, I can't quite figure out why he'd do something like that.
How else would he test the AI in his drones? The archipelago is chock full of dedicated training fields.
God damn it. The ones training there were combat models. Sentinel's building a whole damn army. Are you at all worried about the increased traffic around the industrial facility near here? Being that your HQ is so close, I mean.
The only human within miles is a skeleton crew of Sentinel rejects who probably got transferred there as a punishment and bitch all day about finding a detail with more action. Not the sharpest bunch. And just like everybody else, they're convinced there's nothing interesting on Windy Islands. So we let them believe that. We can travel back and forth on those barges day in and day out, and the only thing that follows us is a stink.
Can you tell me why Sentinel's got a prison set up in the survival shelter complex?
Nope, never been. Never planned to either, but I've heard about it. Given Skell's vision, it doesn't seem too far-fetched. An illegal prison in a remote fortress, on top of a mountain, surrounded by ice and snow where no one in their right mind would go looking? No offense.
None taken. But the size of the place, it's insane. Looked like you could fit a row's whole population in there.
I can't see a scenario where Sentinel would use all the space, but clearly they were thinking big, which gives one pause.
Well, I retired Herzog, who was running the place, but I'm sure that's not going to do anyone any good. We'll just have to see. Did you know anything about Madeira's husband being kept in the cryo chambers in eternity?
I knew he had ALS, of course, and how difficult it was for Paula when he went into a coma 5 years back. Hate to say it like this, but it seemed to me that Paula had moved on. I was surprised as shit when I heard he was still alive.
Even Skell's got his good points.
Hitler liked art.
Really? Hitler?
Skell was playing God. Just because he helped out a friend one time doesn't make him any less dangerous. Almost glad he never found a cure. He'd have had Madeira forever, not to mention something to sell for a fortune. You want to work with Skell? I can't stop you. But you'd better make sure you're using him and not the other way around.
Haruhi, bringing down Walker, Sentinel, and the drone swarm is in everyone's best interest, especially Skell. And in case you haven't noticed, we're all outmatched and that gap ain't closing anytime soon. Best thing to do is to come together. At least Skell seems to get that.
Whatever. You're gonna do what you want to do, so he's your problem. But don't let him become mine. If he ever compromises the outcasts, even you won't be able to protect him from me.
What's up with the security center?
It's a security center?
A penitentiary in Skell's personal paradise of freedom?
It popped up pretty much right after the outcasts started kicking up dust about Skell's agenda. They sold it to Parliament as a place to hold troublemakers before they could be transferred off the island. But of course, when Sentinel showed up, Skell handed them the keys to help them with their peacekeeping. Weirdly, Sentinel didn't really use it. Not sure if it was too small or what. Most outcast and civilian inmates get sent up to the prison that used to be the survival shelters in Good Hope Mountain.
Any advice for fighting in World 2.0?
The name of the game is... Don't hurt him! Please, just let me explain!
Don't tell me this was your idea.
No, wait. Just
You're
wait.
a fucking terrorist and you tried to blow my ass up!
It was a mistake, okay? He got scared. The building was supposed to be empty. The lab was supposed to be empty. We were given bad information.
You two are idiots. So are all the rest of your outcasts.
The future must be human.
Project Deus wants to make computers that's smarter than we are.
What about Paula Madeira? She give you those blueprints?
No. Daigoro figured out how to use her energy cells as an incendiary device. We kept it secret from her. Especially after we killed those people. Paula is too important to us.
Are you still gonna kill us?
I'm not your judge, Daigoro. For now, I'm outnumbered, so I need you. But I'm still gonna tell Paula what you and your sister did.
Brute Squad? Tell her I'm sorry.
Investigations. Objectives barred. Investigations. Objectives barred.
We gonna make it out of this? Just give me a hot meal and point me towards the action.
Is this what you thought it would be like? I just wish that this was...
Sentinel has to be stopped. Feels good to be back up.
Is how you thought things would turn out for you?
Jeez! They found us! Be ready!
Oh my god.
Hey, you.
Leave me alone. I don't have energy for a fight.
Look, I'm not here to fight. But I have to tell you, Haruhi and Daigoro, they bombed that Skeltech lab.
I heard the rumors, but Haruhi and Daigoro would never hurt anyone.
You know, they didn't mean to.
But they did. I always thought... I don't know, someone was trying to set them up. Make them look like terrorists.
And they used one of your energy cells as the bomb. Daigoro was able to adapt the technology. And Sentinel, they figured out how to do the same thing.
Oh, hell.
You gonna be okay?
You know that phrase, the truth will set you free?
Yeah, I've read it.
It's not true. I know what Jace has done for my husband. And I know what Haruhi has done with my technology. Let's go to Jace.
Tech map. Load out. Customize. Load out.
weapons!
Tech map. Loadout. Objectives barred.
Now you heal up quick.
Everything but my pride.
What the hell, Paula? You're going with Brute Squad? Back to Skell?
You used my work to kill 30 people. I can't stay.
Jay Skell is a fucking monster!
What does that make you? Look what you've become.
I turned myself into the person who could fight this fight. You're just giving up?
No, I am choosing my battles. Ready to go.
Wait, please, Sentinel! We found out that they have 3 of your batteries. They've learned how to turn them into explosives.
They have lots of explosives.
These batteries are tiny. They can be put into very little drones to make very big booms. Sentinel plans to set them off in the entertainment district to frame us.
False flag operations.
Definitely sounds like Stone.
Yeah.
Stay. And we can fix this together.
No. Tell me where they are and I will fix this.
Fine.
Not without me. And I know where the schematics are. I want to destroy them.
Tech map. Lobby.
I'm just stranded in Aurora, like everybody else.
But you knew Cole Walker. You served with him?
Yeah, once upon a time. After that cargo ship sank and Aurora went dark, my unit was sent here to recon the Big Island. Our chopper got taken out by drones.
Is it just you?
There are a few more of us around the island. We're outnumbered and outgunned.
Behind enemy lines and surrounded.
Hey, there's a saying about paratroopers. By definition, every time we jump in, we're surrounded.
But you lost some people.
Things gonna be cool between you and Jace?
I don't know. We'll see.
the schematics? There is some good that could come from your invention.
I'm too afraid of what Sentinel can do. We need to get to the Red Weasel outpost.
Got it.
Let's go look.
Negative contact.
But I wouldn't give her some MPGs.
Still, I'm gonna keep looking.
What the hell was I thinking? There's no one here.
Contact! Take cover!
It's weird. I'm gonna check it out.
I'm coming. You need backup. We got company. Stay focused.
Out here.
I got it!
Hostiles! Heads up!
Let's go. Come on. to Air One. You have a drone jacking virus to build.
Hey, glad to see you in one piece.
More or less. Why didn't you tell me what you were doing for David?
Man, I don't know. I didn't want to say anything if we didn't get any results.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Of course. I mean, he's my friend.
Look, things have been kind of intense for me. I'm not used to someone saving my life so often.
If it needs doing, I get it done. A lot of people in a row who need our help.
I'll do what I can, too. Okay, let's fix the mess I started. How far are you?
Basically, it's the architecture. It's giving me trouble.
You are hopeless without me. You got some work to do.
How do you put up with Mads?
Oh, he's not so bad. Once you get past that prickly shell, he's the perfect teddy bear when you need a cuddle in the cold night.
You know what? I'm gonna leave the cuddling to you. Besides, I'm still getting that prickly shell.
He just takes a little patience. We don't suffer fools out here. My husband sees something catawampus, he smacks it till it's straight.
Then I'll make sure I'm squared away. Sorry about Emmett. You know him well?
Not really. He was a Skeltech lawyer, you know. He lost his job to a computer program, and he decided to stay in a row after he got laid off.
He stayed at Homestead?
Well, he was pretty close to Kyle and Layla. He was with them both. Sick. You think we'll all get sick? Because here's the thing, I've never been sick a day in my life. Not even a cough. Figured if I kept eating off the land, getting a good night's sleep, and working hard, I turned out okay. Now, I'm not so sure. Not sure how contagious he was, you know?
Well, I'm hoping any exposure to Emmett was minimal. Cross your fingers and put bells in your bouquet. Let's hope we stay healthy.
I'm gonna try not to be superstitious. After all, we make our own luck around here. So I'm just going to stay strong for the others. They need my help now more than ever.
How are the Homesteaders feeling about Skell now?
Well, that's not so simple. Nobody's really thrilled with him, as you could have guessed. They avoid him, like the plague. But that suits him just fine. He don't have to mingle with us anyway.
Can't they just learn to live without the small talk?
I suppose I'll have to. People here seem to respect him more now. I guess that's what you call it. We thought he was a heartless fool before. But now, maybe he was just naive. You can't fault a man for that. I see that he really is dedicated and hardworking, and those are values that we homesteaders hold very dear to us.
I'll see you around.
You be safe out there.
Yes, ma'am.
Look around. See what you like.
You ever see yourself doing this?
TACMIP. Loadout. Customize. Loadout.
You ever think we'd end up here?